Hey folks, this is Invest Now America. Go to my Facebook page, Invest Now America, follow. And I am also have a website, investnowamerica.org. I just had to jump on the microphone today to give an informal review of a book I just finished. Now, I got the book about 2 weeks ago, and I just finished it last night. But if I had stuck with it, I probably could have knocked this book out in 2 days. Let me tell you something. This book is fantastic. You want this book. Get it. You want this book. Go to Better World Books. It's Better World Books. It's an online bookstore. You can get it there. You get a copy there. It's called Dividend Growth Machine. How to Build a Worry-Free Retirement with Dividend Stocks. Let me repeat that. Dividend Growth Machine. How to Build a Worry-Free Retirement with Dividend Stocks. It is absolutely amazing. I've read a lot of books on stocks and the stock market, and I'm really into dividend stocks. This has got to be one of the best reads ever on dividend stocks. It's a solid read, full of information and analysis. It's not boring. It doesn't wear you down with a lot of financial terms or concepts you just can't get. And then when he does go into financial terms and concepts, the author just does an amazing job in just bringing it down to a level that we all can and appreciate and understand and grasp. And not only he's just giving good information on, hey, yes, you should have some dividend stocks, but the why you should have some dividend stocks and how you can get dividend stocks. Now, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. You should always do your own due diligence, do your own research, and if you want to have a personal financial advisor, do that. As a matter of fact, in this book, that's exactly something the author outlines. If you feel a need to get a financial advisor, get one. There's some situations where you should have one, and absolutely. I do my own stuff, as far as picking in my stocks and all, but I do have a nonprofit organization, and the nonprofit organization has a stock account, and we have somebody who manages that stock account because eventually we're going to create an endowment, and they do a great job. The job they do, I couldn't do as well, period, in the discussion. But let me go back to this book, Dividend Growth Machine, How to Build a Worry-Free Retirement with Dividend Stocks. Here's one thing that I'm going to read out of this. This is on page 114. I'm going to read out of this real quick. Focusing on dividends rather than market prices helps you stick with your strategy when stock prices are down, rather than panicking and selling at the bottom like so many of your friends will do. Is building a dividend growth portfolio worth it? You bet it is. Focusing on the constant fluctuation of stock prices and your account value is not a good way to invest. Now, this is what the author is saying. Let me continue. A dividend investor can ignore falling stock prices, even cheer for them, and look towards building a stream of consistent, reliable, and growing income for many years to come. These dividend payments can be reinvested to produce great masses of wealth or just used to fund your living expenses once you stop earning a paycheck. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know, if you're planning for retirement or not, at any point in your life, you should be in the stock market. I don't care if you're 3, 30, or whatever. You should have a stock account. You should be involved in the stock market. And I would suggest you heavily research buying dividend-paying stocks. Now, he has a list here. He calls these dividend kings. And he just says, hey, check out some of these companies, like American States Water, ticker symbol AWR. He's just throwing these out there for suggestions, in the way of suggestions. He's not saying buy them. He's saying check them out. Cincinnati Financial, ticker symbol CINF. provides insurance to companies and individuals. Colgate-Palmolive, ticker symbol CL, makes Colgate toothpaste, Speed Stick deodorant, Palmolive dish soap, and even cat food. This morning, I used Colgate toothpaste. This morning, I used Speed Stick deodorant. And last night, I washed my dishes with Palmolive dish soap. The only thing I didn't use was cat food, but I do have a can of cat food. Every so often, I open up a can and give it to stray cats. But I'm just saying it's fascinating. Now, he's got another suggestion here. Oh, Farmers and Merchants Bancorp, ticker symbol FMCB. And he says it's a community bank chain located exclusively in California. Just some things he suggests that people check out. Do your research. So I'm going to conclude this review. I'm going to conclude it by saying, hey, buy the book, Dividend Growth Machine, How to Build a Worry-Free Retirement with Dividend Stocks. You get it at Better World Books. Fantastic book. You should definitely get it. And let me just say this real quick. One of my investing heroes is Peter Lynch. And at my Facebook page, Invest Now America, please go there and follow that page. I oftentimes show pictures of Peter Lynch. And one thing Peter Lynch says in one of his books, and one day I'm going to review one of his books, he says, buy what you know. Buy what you know. Now, he's not saying buy a company that you know about immediately. He's not saying that. But what he is saying, and he says this in this book, is that, okay, are you trying to figure out, what company or companies to buy? He said, well, start off with companies that you know about. Is there a particular company? Is there a company that has a product or service that you really like? And then pick that company and do some research on it. And then try to use a criteria. Is this a good company to buy? And if you reach the conclusion that it is, then go ahead and buy it. But Peter Lynch isn't just saying, just throw some mud on the wall and see what sticks. He says, if you're trying to figure out what you should buy, look at the products and services that you like, and then go do some research on those companies. And then you make a decision as to whether or not it's a good company. Now, I tell you what I did. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just sharing this process with you. I have been exposed to Kroger since I was 11 years old. I've been a customer at Kroger's since, I would say, my college days. So from the time I was 11 up to the time I left for college, my family, my father, Kroger was his store. That's where we bought our stuff. And then college forward, that's where I went. I went to Kroger. I read a book by Peter Lynch, and Peter Lynch was suggesting, hey, check out companies that you like. Check out the companies with the products and services that you like, okay? So logically, for me, it was like, okay, well, we'll do Kroger. So I looked into Kroger, and I felt that Kroger was a good company, and I bought it. And I've been owning Kroger for several years now. Very pleased with the result. It's a dividend. It pays a dividend. Very pleased with it. So that's what I did. And then later, I bought some Kroger for my daughter. So that's sort of like the process you follow. Now, there are other companies where I saw that their product was very popular. And I said, man, I need to check this out. So I checked the company out. I wasn't too excited about it. I went ahead and bought like 1 or 2 shares in the company. But, I tell you what, my attitude towards that company is not my attitude towards Kroger. I mean, I don't know if I really made the right decision there. So just because you say, hey, I like this product or service, hey, then from there you go check it out. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will buy it or you should buy the company. But it is a good, I guess you might say, jumping off point. So I just wanted to say that, emphasize that, and you guys will be hearing from me again.